introduction. Here's some things I really need you to stop fucking doing. Let's start with number one. Stop thinking of your budget as a chore. The moment you think of it as a chore, it's the moment you don't want to do it. It's the moment you feel like, well, what's the point? Budgeting should not have a negative connotation. My budget paid for literally everything that I want. My budget got me out of debt. My budget got me a condo. My budget got me a $12,000 trip to Spain. My budget got me a $2,000 trip to see my friend get married and her wedding. My budget has maxed out my Roth IRA. You see how I'm saying ain't nothing negative about a budget? I need you to start really seeing your budget as something positive, and then pair your budget with something reinforcing. So, as someone who loves behavior, when you already feel like budgeting is negative, you don't want to do it. So, when I first started budgeting, what I did was I paired my budgeting session with something that was reinforcing. The reinforcing thing was wine. So, I would budget my money and have a glass of wine and chill out, relax, and that was my way of budgeting. So if you're like, "Damn, I don't like budgeting, but I really like to go out for tacos," take your budget to the restaurant with some tacos and do your budget as you're eating tacos. Because what you're going to start doing is you're going to start pairing that negative thing, which is your budget, to a positive thing, and then you'll get in the habit of consistently do it. So my budget provides me with everything. I'm not broke. All right. A budget doesn't mean broke. I'm not at all broke, right? Jeff Bezos isn't broke. Amazon runs on a budget. Apple runs on a budget. All big corporations run on a budget. Instagram ran on a budget with Reels. Just because they don't have no real bonuses doesn't mean they're broke. It just means the budget has changed for them. So I need you to stop thinking of your budget as a chore, and I need you to think about it as a way of it excelling your life and pushing you to new heights. Second thing, stop saying, "I'll pay it off when I get paid." Because, girl, if you had the money, you'd paid it, right? Saying, "I pay it off when I get paid," only is robbing your future self when your budget is already tight. This is exactly how debt happens, right? So we're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pay it off when this item is $200. I'm gonna pay it off when I get paid." When you get paid, you only have $20 room in your check. So, and you're not gonna take your last $20 and put it on a $200 debt, right? You're not going to do that. Let's be real honest and real serious, right? So all you're doing is now creating debt. So you didn't pay off the credit card, you probably made the minimum payment, and you still have money left. So stop saying you're going to pay something off when you get paid, especially if it's a want. If it's not a necessity, if it's not a need, you could save up the money. Y'all know I love me a good sinking fund. You can save up the money to get the item that you want, but saying "I'll pay it off when I get paid" only sets yourself up for failure. The next thing, comparing your journey to anyone else's. Like Theodore Roosevelt said, comparison is the thief of joy. The moment you compare yourself, you have lost. Keep in mind, you cannot see someone's roots, right? So, what do I mean by that? Is that you cannot see what has been happening, how long they've been working, right? Like, you're like, "Oh my gosh, she's on Instagram. She has all the things she wants." 2 years ago, she was broke, crying, and destitute, right? But you didn't see that. You just see the end goal. Or you don't see that some of these people, who've paid off debts had money in their family to pay off debts, but you didn't have that. So your journey looks different. You got to work a little bit harder. You got to do a little bit more things. Or this single mom of two, can't do the same thing that a single woman can do, right? The time is different. So the moment you compare yourself, you are going to put yourself in a space of either being depressed, because sometimes it really doesn't motivate you to compare yourself. So don't compare yourself to anyone. Compare yourself to yourself and where you previously were, and always try to be better than who you previously were. My next thing I need you to stop doing, using credit cards when you know you're not responsible. Let me take a sip of water for this one. Because, ooh, y'all like to lie to yourself and be like, "No, I'm gonna pay it off. I won't overspend. I'm only gonna spend a certain amount of money." Like, no, I need the points. I need the rewards points. Baby, the rewards points mean nothing if you are going to carry a balance every single month. The way interest is going, being as high as 29% for some credit cards, you are playing yourself thinking you are responsible when you know you're not, right? Me personally, I use a cash wallet for certain things like food, eating out, groceries, because at one point I used to go over all of those categories. So if you know you're not going to be responsible and pay it off, in full, don't use them. The points don't matter. The points mean nothing. Some of y'all see a credit card introductory rate talking about if you spend $3,000, we'll give you $250 airline credit. Girl, give yourself the $250 airline credit. You ain't got to spend the $3,000. And then the thing is, most of us don't spend the $3,000 on like necessities, right? You spending like, oh, I need to make sure I hit this $3,000. Let me go buy these shoes. Let me go buy this, whatever. Let me go buy that. Girl, give yourself the $250 statement credit, the $250 airline credit, and move on. It's not worth it. Next thing you need to stop doing, convincing yourself you need the latest item. You don't need the latest phone. Apple came out with the iPhone 15. You don't need it. If your 14 work, if your 12 work, if your 13 work, 10, 9, 8, 7, you don't need it if the phone works. If it's functional and useful, you don't need it. Especially when most companies now are doing this whole, pay the phone on your monthly bill. Some of y'all monthly bills are $300, $400 because you have phones, iPads, watches on there, and you don't even know what your regular phone bill looks like anymore. So stop buying the latest thing. Stop buying your kid the latest thing. Like once you pay off the phone, hold it down, right? Also, you see somebody on Instagram with a new car. You like, damn, I might look good in that car. But your Honda is paid off and you ain't got no car note. What you need a new car for if the Honda fine? If the Honda working, ride the Honda out. If the Toyota is still good, ride the Toyota out. Okay, these cars are built to last. And I plan to ride my Honda out until the wheels fall off. And if I could push it a little bit, baby, I'm be pushing it a little bit because interest rates for cars are also crazy. These these car loans, these car payments are like $700 regular, regular for a new Honda, a 2023 Honda. But I ain't doing it. I don't need the latest. I need the set that I have, and I need it to continue to work. Another thing I need you to stop doing is continuously blaming yourself for your past mistakes. Baby, we gotta let it go. What's done is done. Stop beating yourself up for it, right? I have $41,000 worth of debt. I used to be like, damn, how did I get here? Damn, how did I get here? Me saying, damn, how did I get here did nothing but make me depressed. But me saying, damn, how the fuck am I gonna get out of this situation? Oh, that started turning the wheels, right? I was like, ooh, I could side hustle. I could go out and make more money. Oh, I could do a second job. Oh, I could sell some stuff. Oh, I could be a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Facebook doing that. But continuously blaming yourself is not going to do anything. Don't beat yourself up for something that's already happened. Decide how you're going to fix it. Next thing, and I feel like this is important for people who don't know about investing, but letting your fear and uncertainty stop you from investing is something I need you to stop doing, right? You don't want to be working until you're 70. You don't want to be working until you're 80. I'm barely making it in my 30s. Girl, I'm ready to give up. I'm tired. Okay, I'm barely making it in my 30s, right? So I know that I'm going to need a nice nest egg for when I retire. And that requires me investing. So I have a 403b, I have a Roth IRA, and I put my money into ETFs, into mutual funds, into things that are gonna make me money and bring me in income, and I invest in those. But it wasn't taught to us in school. For many of us, it wasn't taught to us at home. So you have to take the step and you have to take the initiative to say, okay, it wasn't taught to me, but now what can I teach myself? Right. And even if it's little things at a time, right? Okay, I need to know what a Roth IRA is. How do I open it? How much can I put in it? Right. It's those small things that we need to start teaching ourselves and not continuously having the excuse of, I don't know. Because at a certain age, I don't know is not going to work. It's just not going to work. Also, stop letting your parents, grandparents' money traumas hold you back, right? Like, that is a huge one. We take on things from other people and then we start to internalize it, right? Staying in a financially abusive relationship because you don't because you feel like that's all you can do or that's the best you can get. That's no. You got to put yourself first. You really have to like get out of that situation, right? Some of our grandparents stayed in situations because they couldn't work. They have no choice. The man made the money, right? So you at some point we couldn't even have our own bank accounts, right? So like they stayed in those situations because damn near they might not have had a choice. You don't have to be that person. You absolutely don't have to stay in any type of financial abuse, in any type of abusive relationship, right? And not to say that that's something that's easy to get out of, but you deserve and can have more. And another thing about our parents or our grandparents is that they were savers. They were savers. They were not, a lot of our parents were not investors. They just knew that they had a pension when they retired from their job. A lot of places don't have pensions now. So you have no choice but to invest. You can't save your way to wealth. You just can't, right? You can't save your way to a retirement amount either. You need to be investing that money so the money can compound. Let's talk about the next one. Stop letting social media tell you what you want for your life. You see the girl with the bag, and you like, "Oh, yeah, I need that bag too." You don't even like bags. That's not even something you care about, right? Stop letting social media dictate what you want. Take some time off of social media and decide what is it that you want for yourself and really like be okay with that. I am okay with saying, I don't need the designer bags. I don't need the fancy car, but I really want land. I really want to own some land. So when I see someone driving around in their new car and they posting it on Instagram, that's cute for you, but that's not something I want, right? When I see the fashion bloggers posting all this makeup, posting all this clothes, that's cute for you. But I go to work a lot of the times. I'm at work all day. I'm okay on the clothes. I don't even like doing my face too much. Y'all lucky y'all got eyebrows today, right? Like that's not my thing. So spend time off of social media. Understand what financial freedom looks like for you. Understand what financial independence looks like for you. And then you create the plan based on your vision, not based on anyone else's. If you take time off of social media, you'll realize half the things that you see on there you don't want. You just feel like you want them because you're seeing them every single day. Whew, that's a big one. Stop letting complacency be the thief of your future success. Girl, what does that even mean? Stop being okay with just like bare minimum. With in a relationship, with money, with whatever it is, right? Stop thinking you don't deserve more than what you currently have because you've never seen it. I've never seen $1 million. I've never seen someone in my family touch $1 million. That doesn't mean that I feel like I don't deserve it, right? I work my ass off. This is the goal that I want for myself and for my family and for my future children, right? This is what I want for myself. I don't get complacent, right? I had a $10,000 month. I didn't get complacent having $10,000 months. I said, I want $20,000 months. I want $30,000 months. I had a $30,000 month. Now I'm like, yo, if I could do $30,000 months, I could do $50,000 months, right? I continuously push myself to be the best version of myself all the time. It's me against yesterday's me against 2 years ago me. And I'm proving to myself that I can have it all when I properly plan, when I properly execute, and when I am consistent. So don't let complacency and being comfortable where you're currently at. You can be grateful. I am grateful for where I'm at, right? But I know that there's so much more in me that I can do, and I push for that. So that's just some of the things y'all need to stop doing because I be seeing it a little bit too much, and I'm like, can we give it a break? Okay, no, stop saying the budget is restricting because it's not. You're making it that way. Like there's things that we can do to be better with money. We just have to realize the things we need to stop doing. So I'm out of here, guys.